All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. If you're a member of the channel, massive respect to you a lot, and let me give you some update on that side. We will be coming maybe in a few days with the game series, so that is for the members. All right, yes, and for a person that wants to become a member, look and see if you have the join button available to you, and then YouTube will help you along the way. So as you saw by the title, we are going to be looking at, as we told you early on, we're going to be looking at the situation that we have in Panama. We got some reports in Panama. We're going to be taking our call in, and we're going to be looking at the game itself. All right, we're going to be looking at the game itself. Remember, we already talked extensively on what took place early on. You can go and watch that video separate because I was actually out on the road, so I did that video separate, talking about the Reggae Girlz situation. Yes, we had some updates on it. Yes, but I can't bother with the drama, because when you give that update, it's going to be a problem. All right, yes, it's going to be a problem. So we saw Demo in the building. All right, Demo in the building said Reggae Girlz versus JFF episode 35. Oh God, yes. Kevin Jones, big up yourself. Joan, how you doing, man? Lamar, massive respect. All right, yeah, man, we can't get enough. Every minute we go away, we seem to get some more information, and it's just back at it again. All right, yes, we had a report coming in from Panama that the team has some troubles. We talked about the other day. We talked about it the other day, that Panama had some problems. In Panama, you have some protesting and stuff, so it is causing some problems. All right, but Jamaica, as you know, slightly will always have some problems as well. So we wanted to give you that report. We chop it up and then take the call-ins as well. All right, yes, so we wanted to make sure we organize the show so people can follow it. Yes, you will get JFS stories as well, as what they said, episode 65, 3.8 million. All right, yes. Big up yourself, Issa, thanks for being here, massive respect. So let me start with the Reggae Girlz, the game itself, because too much of the drama. We have stories for the drama, we have stories for the drama. So let me just go through the lack of the bigger drama. All right, so the smaller drama we're starting with. All right, yes, so let me run through it. Let me know if you guys are hearing it well. All right, let me play it for you.
Gilbert, head coach of Jamaica's senior women's national team.
Let me know if it's coming through well for you. I'm writing down as we go.
Give us a take on the situation. You guys were in another city. You have moved. You're here in Panama City
let me
now.
know.
But take us back to yesterday. What happened last night and where we are today?
Yeah, well, we have been here from Sunday. We were in another city, as you mentioned, and there's a protest. So it had affected us. And I must give credit to Concacaf and the local organizing committee for responding the way they did, and they tried to get us out same time that we land on Sunday, which is 3 hours away from the airport. But it was difficult. And then yesterday in the morning we couldn't move because roads were blocked. And the good thing, it didn't affect any of the players. And that's commendation to the local organizing committee and Concacaf again. Once they pick up the players, they move them straight to this hotel here.
All right, so it's clear that they came in, they had to move. All right, and they credit the Concacaf and with the accommodation of the personnel them coming from the Panamanian side as well. They try to make sure they are not what I would say not fully burdened. All right, yes, so they got through that well enough, but yes, they have to be moving up and down, and I do think that affected their training and stuff. All right, so let me continue. Just trying to make sure if it's low enough you're hearing what he's saying.
So that was good. So they didn't encounter any delays or anything, and that's paramount. But it still have its challenges because now we're in a position, the venue changing, the training venue change, the game venue change, and we're still uncertain on some logistics as it relates to time. We have the time for training, but how far the Yeah, it's from the hotel. So we're working on those logistics before we proceed.
All right, so they said the training, they're waiting on those information, and also the game venue changed. Yes, I can confirm that that is actually the facts. The game venue changes. I will post it separately, or even when I'm taking a call or something, because I do have all of those information. But what you can do, people, please do click the like button, share, and subscribe first before we get into it. All right, and if you have reached this point of the video, make sure to give your information that you think in the comment section if you're rewatching it when this video finishes. All right, so that definitely puts a tough strain on them. All right, and as you know, more drama will be here as well. All right, yeah.
All right. In as far as the squad goes, of course, that was a challenge putting it together. But I noticed that quite a few players are here now. How are we with that?
Oh yeah, we have some players here. We have about 15 players here so far. Still expected another couple. And then we'll take it from there. Unfortunately, I'm not sure that we'll have Chanel Buckley. She's in the Panama games and she hasn't left yet. So.
All right, so this is where the first problem started. They have said big up Sadna, big up Namesmith, and yeah man, big up everyone. So they said he has 15 players now, so they have difficulties to find for training and stuff. Remember, you know, it's tomorrow the game, you know, people. It's tomorrow the game. So they have difficulties and all sorts of things and things changing. But they have 15 players. He said a few more will be coming in. But Buckley is still in the Panam Games. So we thought that all three of them coming in from the Panam Games. So I wanted more clarity on that, but we have not gotten enough clarity on that side because I swore the Panam Games, all three of them coming from. But it looks like so either some miscommunication or maybe he thought the others were coming from other places. So, and maybe in the Panam games they decide that they're going to keep Buckley. What say you? Let me know. Let me know. Are you okay with it so far? Let me know. All right.
That's a huge blow for us.
And so therefore, finally, today's activities, of course, it's touch and go.
I wouldn't say touch and go. We're gonna have to do something, and I'm sure we'll get around to do something. It's not probably ideal in terms of what we want to do and to have everybody who want to have involved, but a lot of them, especially when we travel at youth level, we find ourselves in similar situations. So some of them are used to this and understand that when they travel on the road to college too, you probably we only have a 1 hour session before our first game. And it's on clock, and that's include warm up and everything. And we just have to be sharp, get in, get out, and then we're gonna have to do a lot of mental and tactical preparation as it relates to how we want to approach something. But we're gonna have to do something today.
All right. So as what he said there, very very clear. It's limited, it's restricted with how fast people coming in and the amount of time we have left. So we will have to do something. Will it be enough? He referred to most of these girls they are coming from the youth section. So they used to this not having nothing, not having no training, not having nothing, just turn up and do an half an hour or something. And also the other girls are coming from college. So they're still ripe in that move up and down and get things started. What say you? Is it the professional way to go with things? Or you have to just take it as it comes? Let me know, guys. Let me know. Because I think remember people, if we are going to look at it as this is the big leagues, well, that is the difference between the big leagues. You get time in between to work on yourself, to put yourself in the proper condition. All right. So for me, I think they had ample time to still get them in and get everything organized on time. For me, I still have a slight problem with that, and I don't think the coach sounds actually happy about the situation. He's just saying that we have to work with it, and that's pretty much it, to be honest. All right, so they do have struggles right there. They do have struggles right there. But give me a second. Let me call in. All right, we have 45 people in here and we have 2 likes on the video. So you're telling me that we have 50 comments, but we have 2 likes. The bad mind chipping in too early. All right, yes, I think this is going to be a good show, you know, because as we said, we have more information. Yes, but we need the calls in between. Yes, so let me know your thoughts on the from the persons that actually heard what was just said a while ago, people. All right, let me hear what you have to say right there, and I'm sharing the link so others can get their chance to come on the stream. Yes, because obviously we like to put out information and we don't rush things. All right, yes. All right, so let me share it now. Oh God. Every time I I don't put the 1 second 1 second, people. I had some errors, getting old, All right, so that should be good now. That should be good. All right. So Dima said, Jason said, what else? Them used to losing after no preparation. Okay, so Jason pretty much saying that if you don't prepare properly, you will have some problems. I tend to agree with that. It's going to be a tough challenge, yes, and this is a sport to put the coach in this position. But as he said, he knows about these situations, and as what you have to look at it, maybe if this wasn't the situation, he might have not gotten the job as well too. Because based on what I'm hearing and how Mr. Chung talked about how the team was picked long enough, Mr. Speed spinning mouth, twisting mouth, you can't get an accurate story as to what happened at what time. I want to think that 2 weeks in advance he knows about the situation might would have possible to come up. So he was prepared to be the coach from 2 weeks ago. I honestly believe so, based on what Mr. Chung said. I actually believe that's the actual situation right there. All right. Yes, and I know a lot of people would agree as well. So he was preparing to be the coach, but not with this situation, because he said first when he came out first, he said, yes, we might have less time, but I will have my team and we can get the job done. So he was preparing to get the big girls to get the job done. He thought that he had enough skills to get it done over the time. Yes, and this came back to hit him right here. So I think he's not feeling 100%. Rich Toy, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Yes, the soap opera time, not really soap opera, because as you know, we kind of stay to football a lot more. Yes, but obviously it's in the news, so we have to keep on chipping it through. All right. So what we will do, take a call on that, so people can call in as to what you think about the coach, because we want to make sure we segment it. All right. McLegan said these girls are always up in their feelings. McLegan is saying that the girls are up in their feelings more than anything else. All right, McLegan, let me start dissect some things, because we talked about some things yesterday and today as well. And as what I've said, people in this world can be very much deceptive when they want to be, because a lot of people inside the circles have not always been the brightest trap. You understand me? And sometimes they just want to deceive one or the majority, but obviously in between others will hear the truth and can decipher it. All right. Yes, so sometimes I would not say jump to think that the girls are the problem. I want to say that communication is the problem, and the lack of evolution to a lot of our men in our country. The lack of evolution for a lot of our men that stays in the country and is a problem as well, even with the persons that are successful in our country. And those are the things that we need to start actually talk on. You get me? Yes. Our behaviors and sometimes the maturity over borders have not been transcending at all points. So maybe that is something that we need to look at. All right, we can break it down simpler, but I think majority of the people inside our chat understood what I've just said. You get me? Yes, I think that's a lot. That has a lot to do with it. And as you know, based on what we heard from everyone, it comes like it's a power struggle at the same time, or a make sure, not a power struggle, but a order. This need to be orderly at this point. That is the situation. Coach is just happy for a job. Didn't realize that he had to do some coaching. We'll have to go catch the replay. We're going to watch the Gunners. No problem. Do your thing. So let me move on now to what I have been. I wanted to talk about the Manning Cup, but I'm going to put the Manning Cup after. Let me just finish off with the girls, and then we put the Manning Cup right after that, people. And as you come in, make sure you hit the like button and give me your take at the back end. All right. Don't know how long this show will last. Yes. But yes. So what we asked a few questions. We've asked a few questions early on as to what's up with the 600,000. And the statement that was written in the Gleaner says reimbursed. FIFA will reimburse them. Based on what the response I was actually given, I don't necessarily think that's the actual case. All right, I don't necessarily think that's the actual case. So what I would say here, I will explain a situation as to what I was being I got some information on, and then see if it makes sense. All right, yes. So we've talked about funds that was given to the JFF to make sure they're prepared for those things. They on the same written paper, they stated that some funds are definitely there for preparation purposes. But if you found yourself in difficulties, you can seek more funding. All right, you could seek more funding. Listen to it clear. All right, yes. So Marcus, what should I do, Marcus? Leave my stream, or maybe that was a signal for the people that's listening to go over there. All right. Because I'm explaining something and the first thing you come and tell me what brother, I am talking, brother. I run my channel, sir. All right, yeah, man. So anyways, so funding, so that was a situation right there. So based on what happened, it comes back down to that same situation. So you got a certain amount, and it looks like you took additional on that certain amount. So when the money to be paid out, which is the 1.8 million, 8.7 million, that is what FIFA written. So those are factual information. That situation is not what they're saying here when they're saying that they're going to get reimbursed, because you can't get reimbursed when you owed something. So the money that came out, which might not be 600,000, all right, maybe that was just said to get the ball rolling. Maybe that was just actually said, all right, because stories will come out after. All right, I'm still trying to decipher all this drama. So that money that was taken out, it is not anything about reimbursement. That was reimbursement on the opposite side. On the opposite side. So how it was written in the Gleaner, it is the opposite. It is the opposite of what they are telling you. So the 600,000 coming to the JFF is not accurate. It was taken out because they owed it. So what will have to, so it was paid from the money to serve for bills. So what they used up, all right, that's what you're going to hear soon. So it is not actually nothing to be reimbursed. Money will come back in, obviously, because as you know, FIFA and Concacaf with federations, it's an ever rotating wheel of money coming back. All right, yes. So that is the situation. So with that said, now how they would have to deal with the thing now, because I have proven that yes, they made the 20% deal as what I told you, because I had this discussion more than a month ago. They made a deal 20% with the girls, are under 1.8 and 15% with the coaching staff under 1.8. You have to do the numbers of girls, and the 20% will be the 20% regardless of how much people is there. So if it's 2 coaching staff, they're going to get 20% of the sum of the 1.8, the 15% of the sum of the 1.8, and for the girls, the 20% of the 1.8. Whichever way you want to share, we don't care. But that is what has to come out of the money. So you do 35% has to come out of the 1.8. All right. But now, because FIFA took that money out, the JFF cannot pay the money back because they don't have that amount of lump sum to just take up and pay out based off what I am assessing from the information that I've gotten. All right. Yes. So they have to wait until they do get enough more money to pay back that additional fund. And that is the actual situation. So the deal was not in any other print. It was 1.8 they signed on for 35% in total for the coaching staffs and the girls. Yeah. And they only can pay out the money, whatever money, as much they can pay, on the 1.2. So I don't think it is so complicated. It is pretty much clear. This part is pretty much clear. All right, this part is pretty much clear. All right, so no explanation, no more explanation is needed. It's very, very much clear right there, and that is the situation. So if you think that the girl is wrong from that side, and remember we talked about the next side earlier, you can make a decision from that. So pretty much they were going to be owed regardless of the situation because they never had enough money. But maybe the girls can't get a concrete date when they are going to get the rest of the money, because clearly if that's the way it goes, you don't know when the next funding coming in. You get me? You have to clear your bills them and have to pay the balance whenever it comes, and that seems like you're going to always be owed. So whenever that comes on the back end, you're going to just get an next payment, and then your per diem and other things will be rolling over. So I think what I'm getting here, the girls might be feeling that it's a never ending cycle, That's what I think. All right. Yes. So now you get it, and I have processed it properly and give it to you guys. All right, so that is the situation and the standoff at this point. All right, and that was well explained. All right, yes. So we have Kevin, big up yourself. Determined says, JD, you're a boss. It takes real man to make that statement. Yeah man. We do our thing, man. We don't run down things, man. We get the information, put it together, and then put it on the ground. All right. We said we are gonna go and research and give it to you. So I think this video serves for a right reason. So all of the run up and down, trying to make the girls them look bad. If you still don't like them, no problem. But at least you get to know that it's always some shady things, because that was not how they spend it. They never wrote it like that in the Gleaner or the Star or anything. So it's always something to misquote someone over here to make it look as other way. All right, but I hope they can just come together, get this thing sorted out, and realize that the betterness is for Jamaica, and maybe sometime explaining things from earlier can go a far way. So you need that line of communication at all times, or else you're going to have forever problems. I've dropped the number in the chat so people can hit the number and call in. I will take a few calls before I will still open the Discord, and I'm going to open the Discord, but I will take a few calls on the line as well. All right, so I'm going to open the Discord because I saw Pastor there. So maybe Pastor want to come in and give his take, because Pastor was asking for those information. So hopefully Pastor comes in earlier so he doesn't take over the whole show. all right, so I am here. Let me share this link as well. Yes, so people, hopefully you got that, and then you click me. Hopefully you click me as to how I explained it. Hopefully you click me, and then when it comes up, you tell me that I was right. All right, yes. Chris Smith, big up yourself, massive respect. How are you doing, man? Hope all is well. All right, so Yes, so call in, give me a take. Yes, I'm going to try and get some information right here for you. Yeah, because we had some manning cups and other stories to go by, and then I want to drop a few of the players them, explain to you a few of the players them, and how it could possibly set up, and then how it could actually look. So this one should serve, this one should serve as like a post-match style. All right, this one should serve as a post-match type style video. All right, you mean a pre-match, I should say, a pre-match style video. The link is right there, Pastor, so if you want to come on. We have the responsibility as men to look at our women as queens and treat them as queens as well. Yes, I do believe so. I do believe so. All right, so we had a few, let me just run through these things so you can get it, because remember, we don't have to just always lament and want things, because we have always made sure to get enough information so we can come back at you. All right, so I'm trying to get the second round schedules for you. Yes, to just give it to you. All right, yes. Oh, it's shaping up now, because this is the point in the Manning Cup that it starts to feel a little bit more closer, like it means something now. The first set of games, you could say maybe 1 and 2 teams, one set of group look strong, but the others looked 10-0, 17-0, all sorts of madness. But now I think the results are going to get closer, and you could start seeing, even though I'm seeing some ridiculous results here, all right, even though I'm seeing some ridiculous results here, but you could start seeing some upsets and some close results now. All right, good Lord. But let me just go through the ones that we have here, and then we can move back into the girls discussion. All right, Idle 2-0 over Calabar. All right, so Brain Jane will not like that one. Kingston College 2-1 over Charlie Smith. All right, remember, this is like the second round. No, Camperdown lost 2-1 to Penwood. This can't be the second round. These are the final set of games. Okay, all right. Tivoli gave Cumberland 11-0, and this was at Tivoli all right. Jamaica College 9-0 over Meadowbrook right there. Then we have Spanish Town lost 4-0 to Kingston Technical at Prison Oval. Bridgeport, Tarrant, Dumble that will be playing at this point. Clancarty, Cedar Grove, at Cedar Grove this will be playing. Stats defeated Excelsior twice. This one is 2-0. All right, so clearly Stats are proving that they might slightly be the better team over Excelsior. All right, yes, and it looks like Stats have a revenge to get back to the finals, and anything is possible at that point. All right, yes. St. George's over Campion 3-0. That is a good result for St. George's. Yes. And Jason might not like that result. Then you have Waterford will be playing Arden. All right. And Ozemarty will be playing Pembroke Hall right there. So let me get the groups, the completed groups for everyone. All right. So this is 10. They play the entire 10. So we have Kingston Technical. You have Kingston College in Zone A on 28 points after 10 games played. So Kingston College, people said that they were off. And at this point, Kingston College literally did much better off the first start. And I thought that they got back that 3 points when they lost the first game. So they pushed on. They don't have any losses. So they had 9 wins, which one was technically 3 points awarded to them. All right, but they still kick on and got 8 wins and a draw. All right, so they finished with 9 wins and a draw. So that put them on 28 points, 32 goal difference. What say you guys? Are you saying that at this point Kingston College looks like they can challenge this year, or you're saying that this group is just weaker? Because this group consists of Idle, Charlie Smith, Calabar, and Calabar started off strong, but faded off. All right, so you had Idel on 24 points in second spot. Charlie Smith has on 15 points after 10 games played. Calabar dropped out of that. Calabar did poorly after the first two games. 14 points, 10 games played. All right, they had 4 wins, 4 losses, and 2 defeat. All right, so Orlando says weak group. All right, weak group. I don't think all right. Penwood finished at the bottom. All right, on 3 points. And Camperdown maybe never got better than last year. Finished on 4 points after 10 games played. Then you have Zone B. Zone B, people. Zone B. Zone B has, and the phone line is up, people, so you can call in and anyone of it matters them. I'm just going through this that I do have here. Oh, Pastor is here. Pastor is here. Pastor, how are you doing?
Doing very well, thank you.
Hold on, you don't look like me, your pastor. 1 second, pastor.
I,
Let me see if I have the wrong thing in, because maybe I have the wrong thing in. Are you hearing me now, pastor?
yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, so
Are
what?
you hearing me?
Yes, yes. I just
Okay,
expect.
good.
I no, I'm plugging the wrong thing. Yes, so my fault.
All
Yeah,
right.
my fault. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes,
So which one
JD.
of the
As
point
it
them
relates,
you want to stay on the girls?
I'll start with where, yeah, I'll start with where you start, so we can finish up that because we'll need more time with the schoolboy competition that we didn't get to touch earlier today.
All right. So go ahead. Go ahead
So
then.
I, as we were suggesting or thinking this morning, the information is literally coming out to justify the credibility with which we approach the information that was already
Yep.
out,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
and knowing the
In other
circumstances from
words, you
which
can say
all of this
that
is coming.
in other words, you can say that we are spot on majority of the time when we talk, and even things
Correct.
that people said they have the proof, we sound more sensible than them that has the proof. Makes no sense. I have never seen it in my life. A man said him have the proof, and then I am talking, and when the facts come out, I am looking like the person that had the proof, and they never had anything. It surprised me.
Yeah,
Yes.
that
So we are
that
doing
can
a
be
good
either,
job.
yeah, that can either be intentional to cause
Mm,
chaos and mayhem, or it
yeah,
can be ignorance, or it can
yeah,
be ignorance, or it can be a clear ineptness in terms of viewing and deducing from information that is available. That can be a multitude of things that, while they're not positive in a sense, they're not in any way demeaning or derogative. But yeah. So having said that, now that this information has come out and shown up the dirty linen of the JFF, I hope good sense prevail and they realize that, especially when you're operating from the position of low or the position of weakness, humility is your best card. You need to play it wisely. If they were humble, even if they are
let me know
not
if you're hearing past that, guys. Let me check it to make sure they're hearing you, because um for some reason I am not seeing you coming up in here. But guys, let me know, because I don't hear the people them. Orlando, we're gonna get back to the Manning Cup right after. Pastor is saying something, but let me know if you're hearing Pastor in the chat, because I am listening to him, So, but I never. Right after Pastor is saying something. Go ahead, Pastor. Go ahead.
I'm saying, even for those persons who think we should not be negative, even though we were looking at the facts as they were presented or as they were available, we weren't necessarily being negative. We were just speaking to the information that was made available to us.
Yeah.
If the JFF did not intend to be cheeky
Mm-hmm.
or vindictive, then they should realize the value in being humble and say, okay, we had pure intentions, but the method we chose makes it wrong. And all this thing about suspension, and because no matter how you put it in a JD, if you look at how the information was put out,
Mm-hmm. Yes,
it
yes.
casts a bad light on the girls. And the JFF must apologize for that if they intend to move forward.
But what we are
So,
want to ask you, because I've listened to everyone spoke, and what everyone seems to be talking all different things. Like Chung says different thing. Mr. Ricketts, I got a chance to hear from him because I was waiting on him to speak, and he seems to have a different figure in his head, and also a different behavior around the matter. So is it that all of them just don't, are they're purposely deceiving people? Then that's what you're saying, because every one of them giving a
JD,
different statement,
I
even
don't
when
believe
it look.
anybody beat the JFF more than me. So let me answer you in this way. As the supervisor for the Magati branch of the PC Bank, my manager for the cluster, Errol Cowan, has 5 supervisors under his charge. Any of the supervisors speaking is supposed to speak with the full information from the branch that they are supervising. When the manager speaks, he has all of the information from all 5 branches. Anybody in financial management or have to do with management at all, and here a manager, a spokesperson for a company, a press officer or a spokesperson for a company, JD,
Mm-hmm.
is a great responsibility, in that position, because any information you put out that is either halfway or untrue is going to be deemed shady. What is it that you don't want us to find out? What is it that you're hiding? What is it that you're covering up? You cannot deal with finances with half information. There's no space for half information in accounting or economics or management. There's no such thing.
All right.
You have to operate where you minimize, if not totally
One
cut
second,
out
Pastor. 1 second.
ambiguities.
Hello? Oh, someone called my private number. Private number them calling upon. But maybe they realize that they can't. Continue, Pastor. Continue. People as they come in, smash the like button. We started off to talk about what the girls are going through in Panama, the situation, the changes of stadium, players still left in that should have joined them in Panama, still left in Chile, which is the Panam Games. So Buckley won't be coming. That's what he said, and he's waiting on a few more players. So I guess they have to. They are still not. These things just yeah.
15 players in Panama presently.
15
That's what he
players are
said.
there. 15
15
players
players.
are there, but they are still trying to get more players. So
Yes,
as soon as
yes.
people dropping off, they are trying to get more players. You understand me? So
But while he was speaking, he made note that Buckley did not leave wherever the Panam Games was played yet.
I
So
don't.
he's not expecting that he will get Buckley.
Okay, so but the
Because he
others,
has not left
you
yet.
had 3 on the paper. You had 3.
Yeah. He's still waiting on those. He did make mention that where he's still waiting on
Yeah,
those. But he
but
he,
you
he
said she's
said he's
still on
not thinking
Panama.
that he will get
So then
Buckley.
why would
No,
one
not
leave?
Panama. Where Panam Games was being
No,
played,
with the
which would be Chile.
yes, Pastor. Yeah,
Yeah.
I said it right. But you saying that
Yeah.
a lot of things confusing me sometimes. So all I'm saying is, if but all 3 players that was listed by JFF saying that they are going to get to the match is coming from the same place, Pastor. All 3 of them.
From the interview that I heard, the coach said that he only mentioned Buckley's name, that because Buckley did not leave yet, so maybe the other players left. He named Buckley, that
So,
Buckley still did not leave yet. So, but he did. But he went on to say that he's expecting some other players.
all right, Pastor, all I'm telling you, maybe none of those players come, but we will hold on, and maybe they're getting a
That's
few
true.
more. Maybe they're getting a few more. That's what I think
Yeah.
will happen there. Maybe you had some challenges.
Maybe they'll get some more players from somewhere else rather than those coming from the Pana
That's
youths.
that's what I actually think will happen. Maybe some challenges, and they couldn't get to reach here, and
Yeah.
they're gonna just work with
So
some
they bring
others.
somebody else from somewhere else that they
Yeah,
can get to
so
go to
so so
Panama.
people note that
Possible.
down. So note that down. So when we see other people instead of the ones that was listed, maybe it's a fast quick try
It's a
quick it's a quick
contingency
fix.
plan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, so
A quick
it's a
fix.
quick
Yeah.
fix. It's a quick fix. So just know that it's just a quick fix. So the team pretty much will get an hour max. They said it's an hour max or something like that. They're gonna try and get it together. To be honest, yes.
Anytime.
And
Yeah. He was specific on that.
yes, I'm just trying to run through it. So he's trying to say that because he was around the younger girls learn about the quick turnaround of games like the 14 plus 14 15 group. When we watch them, they played a game today, played one tomorrow, rest, and then play one the next day. So them getting an hour training, they are okay to get less training and go on the field. And then the girls that's coming from college, it's the same thing. I think it's just to cover up, like he never wanted to say anything bad. Because maybe he said something bad in the first interview and he was trying his best to not say anything bad this time around. All right, but I don't think he's pleased about it, but he's trying his best. He says he's gonna go out there and try their best to do something. Yes. So what we have to do is just watch a
JD,
team. Watch 1 second,
I
Pastor.
like to put it.
Pastor, 1 second. Let me finish, Pastor. Please, I'm begging you. When me finish, you come in. All right. So all I'm saying, we just watch a team, support the team. All right, because everything goes bad against them to get them to this point. That is something where we can say is a facts. You understand me? Yes. So they have less persons, late, changing of stadium, changing of hotel, changing of grounds, no time to train. You get me? And it's not the Panamanian problem. It's just a situation that happened in the country, and Concacaf came in, and everybody came in to try and get them somewhere safe and get the game somewhere safe and stuff. All right. Yes. Big up yourself, everyone that comes in. Massive, massive respect. But let me know some statement towards what we're discussing. All right. We will love that. Yes. So go ahead, Don Pastor. Go ahead. If you're talking about the first matter, go ahead on the first matter. All right.
I was just saying how you put it a while ago that the coach, what you think the coach was doing. He spoke about the incidents that led to them being moved from one place to the next. He assured the listeners that no physical harm came to the girls. And then I believe he went on to do protect. This is not damage control. This is actually protecting JFF image in the lack of preparation time. In that he alluded to the very fast turnaround time that the college players are exposed to, and the under 15 and under 17, those players who came up through the ranks, under 15, under 17 players would have been exposed to. That is a deliberate putting on your dark glasses, even though there is a heavy dark cloud over cover blocking out the sun. You're still putting on your black glass so that they will minimize the backlash for the team not doing as well as we, the fans, would want the team to be doing. So they're actually putting in contingency plans for, and he made sure he twinned it with the kind of action taken by CONCACAF on the Panamanian team that dealt with the logistics on the ground. He literally piggybacked what he said on that they did well and this, so they will go out there and give it their best shot.
Yes. So
I
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish the Pastor.
It's
Finish
just
it. Go
that I
ahead.
would say different than how you said it. That because you say you think, I'm not thinking about it. I think they have become skilled in doing what in Jamaican terms would say covering their asses in when they blunder, and only when it becomes beyond them that it comes out in the open and we get clear evidence that they have blundered. But I would say from this interview, good job, coach. You have to speak like that, protect the organization, as well as speak to the players that you think they are going to go there and give the a good motivation speech even from before you get to that final hour before the game. So I don't support Xavier Gilbert any at all. Everybody know that, but I would. You have to give Caesar his due. So good job, coach.
All right, Pastor. So let me just give up the next point now. News came in, which you shared early on, but you weren't here, so maybe you're just coming in. So let me just regurgitate it back, and then Pastor can start his take. So what we heard is that the money that we talked about the 600,000, the 600,000 that we heard that was owed, that was owed for reimbursement to the JFF, might not be the case. All right, based on what I have heard. You can check the time how long I've started my stream, 46 minutes. So I've heard that. All right, but I don't think it's actually 600,000. All right, so the money that they have actually gotten might not be 1.2 either. All right, yes. So FIFA took that money out of the money. FIFA took the money out. So the money that the JFF lost is not something that will be reimbursed to them, because they had money that they took from FIFA early on for additional preparation. So that is reimbursing funds, not the other way around, but the other way around. So back to FIFA. So that money will not go to the actual federation. The federation paying them their money. All right. So with that said, now they had made the deal for 20% for the girls on 1.8 million. And made 15% for the staff for 1.8 million. So 35% of the figure should come out of the 1.8 million. But at this point, they say they only have 1.2. So they have to pay the 20%. They talked about the girls 20%. I don't know if the guy, the coaches got their 15%. I would still have to wait on that as well, because if the girls don't get their full 15%, the 20%, I am not sure if the coaches get their 15%. All right, because the 15% of 1.8 million is different from 1.2. All right, but what Mr. Spade said is they have a clause there when people have to just wait until they have the money. That's what the contract says. All right, but let me know if you're okay with that, because that means, the money comes in, the money is there, but because of you doing other businesses and it cost you, hence why the girls them couldn't get their money, because it's back bills. It's back bills getting sorted out of the money. So that makes it different. And then now the girls have to wait until a next money come in for the federation before they can get paid. So that means they will forever be owing these girls, because the next time they have to pay them again, they have to come and play again. So per diem and other tournaments fees will be bundling up again. So I think maybe the girls them wanted a clean slate, or maybe it's a combination of everything put together. All right, so that's the story that I've actually heard, and I want to think that is the actual story. It is not the other way around, that you're waiting on the money. The money was taken out, and you're waiting on other money to come in. Go ahead, Pastor. What say you on that? And I'm coming to the comment section. Let me know your take, people, and make sure to click me. So when it actually come out after, like it break out in the media, you remember that I told you that is exactly how it goes. Go ahead, Pastor.
I heard Mikey Ballin speaking with figures this earlier today, and I believe a lot of people missed it. There's a $120,000 difference between 20% of 1.8 and 20% of 1.2.
Mm-hmm.
One figure is $240,000, the other is $360,000. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Anytime you're in management, every company that is run properly do what is called a budget. FIFA informs the JFF of the yearly budgetary allocations,
Mm-hmm.
and so JFF knows exactly how much they're going to get from FIFA. The government budgetary allocation is the same thing. So you're able to plan for money that you would call income. Your
Mm-hmm.
expenditure that it takes to run your organization goes on the other side of the budget. And here's what's true. However, the JFF did it, they procured money from FIFA that was outside of the budgetary allocation stipulated for JFF to get. However, this money JFF needs to reimburse FIFA. But whenever the parent company has money to give you and you have a reimbursement for them, they are going to do what is called a deduction. So they will take what you owe from what they are supposed to disburse to you as per the budgetary allocation that they indicated to you that you would get. So it is not that that FIFA will reimburse the JFF, is that FIFA did not wait on the JFF to reimburse them. FIFA did a deduction. If the JFF financial controllers were operating prudently, they would have submitted a payment plan to FIFA so FIFA don't take all the money at once.
Well, Pastor, we don't
Because
know
FIFA,
we don't know if FIFA will be lenient like that because maybe
no,
they
but you
no
don't know, you
Pastor
won't know
remember
unless you do it, JD.
remember so they have somebody there. You know, I agree with you. I agree with you that they should put up a plan. They should have a suggestion in advance. That is definitely true. But based on them knowing their behavior, you don't think that helps them in how they actually act as to they are not going to wait on this because even when the next one comes, we might have some problems and we don't want to make sure we give them more problems. We want to make sure they're on that smooth sailing so we can lift the embargo against them. You understand me? So I think they wouldn't have
Let me put
taken that up
a
at
feather in
any
your cap now.
point.
Let me put a feather in your cap now. You know why Imaxit and Wemaxit is top line on YouTube? You see that question that you just asked? FIFA knows that they will continue to pay, to pay over
Mm-hmm.
allocations to the JFF. But because the JFF needs to be reined in, that is why FIFA just be autocratic and dogmatic and just take it one time. And it is instructive, that you ask that question, JD, because even if the JFF had made a request for them not to, there's no guarantee that they would, but they would be able to say that they made the request, but because of the situation, FIFA did not. They cannot say they have made that request, JD.
Okay.
So, and that is why I said that I am of the opinion, and I believe based on the evidence and track record of the JFF, that the JFF presenters that used the word reimburse was deflecting.
Yeah,
They did that.
so I'm just
We're not,
go ahead,
go ahead.
finish.
No, see what I'm saying. The question that you ask, that who is to say that the FIFA would respond to them favorable and operate on a payment plan for them to take back the money, to recoup what the JFF needed to reimburse FIFA for. There's no guarantee that they would.
Mm-hmm.
But it is obvious that FIFA is not taking no chance with the JFF because they have not been financially prudent prior to.
And at the same time, they want to make sure you can lift certain things and let you face your own responsibilities without the extra security,
Yes.
so they can get rid of you if you continue to do the wrong thing. So let me get to some of the comments. People, smash the like button as they come in, share and subscribe. We have 100 people here. Still get the likes up. Yeah, man. Pagan says it was not a reimbursement situation. No. That's what I have learned. And remember, once I've learned something, I am not questioning it, You get me? Yes, because I have to see physical evidence, Yes. It apparently for an advance the JFF took. All right. So Stefan bringing in information at minimum going forward, pay the girls them. Stefan said you're correct, JD. Okay. All right. So people confirming it. So maybe Stefan gets some information himself. All right. Dan Booty says the girls them duck no business with them FIFA agreements. Pay up the girls them out of the 1.8. But remember, we have to make people that was actually here from the start of the story understands, because what some people would do, just tag along with stories and manipulate people, or not say manipulate, just give out the information because they have the slot. Well, we have our channels, so we have to see out stories to make sure it's good. So if the first thing made it look like the girls was just a problem and them sell out Jamaica, as to what people said, now we can look at it a different light when we get to see that, okay, the JFF said one thing in their press release. It never said that them owe JFF, them owe the money. Them said them a wait on money. So what are you waiting on? You're waiting on a separate funding coming in because you have separate funding plans. So when that goes back to the girls them, and the girls them realize, say, okay, you couldn't pay me because you owed money. But when you wrote the letter, you never wrote the letter saying that, oh, we couldn't pay you because we owed some money, and now we have to wait on some additional money to come in. But when they find out the truth of how the matter goes, Pastor, this is not an next way. This is not the next way. All the people now go trust you again, because now you go to the press, and make it look like say FIFA take the money from you. FIFA held on to the money because of maybe some of the difficulties, and them have to reimburse you. So you see it, so you have to be careful and be more clearer, because what you want to do, you want to build back a bridge that was pretty much evaporated over time. So you want to show them, say you're straight on everything. And I think when this comes out fully out there, it's going to show that you're not straight on everything, and it's like you just try clear up your image more than anything else. You don't care if the girls them go under the bus. And remember, you have to make everybody look okay coming out of this, even if you have to take the beating, because to be honest, JFF was already under the beating chair before. So I think it's better them take the beating than you have the girls them have the beating and then you have the beating. So nobody will trust your thing and they can't sell the product. You get me? And then if you can't sell the product, you can't sell the stadium. So you have to be careful and think long term, Pastor. So that's how I'm looking at it. FIFA, they give JFF chance to get them house in order. Gary Lynch said, yes, JD, we need credible info. Yeah, man, no, that's no, so now that's why we make sure to get the information, and that's why when people try to force things on us, we make sure we sit down, get as much information, put it together. Don't figure things and then go from stage to stage. We go with all the information, so we're much more versed on how the end result should go. Yes. So that is a tough selling point at this point. I think it's going to take more than enough work. Let me make sure to switch over this. It's going to take a more than enough work to get this together, because remember, what we are discussing, if this is okay to get them through, because you will need to go through. We need to start talking about this as well. The situation that we have, which I'm going to go right here to show you, the situation that we have. So Panama, let me give you the standings. The standings for the road to Gold Cup. Where's the road to Gold Cup 1? Gold Cup qualification. This is how it sits, guys. This is how it sits. So you have Mexico 2 wins, so we don't care about Mexico at this point. I do care about Mexico, but this is how it sits now. So what we have, yeah, Dan Booty. Yes, I think so. I think so. I think so. I think so. And you will hear it very soon. So Panama 3 points, and Guatemala 3 points. But Guatemala lost at a bigger goal difference, so they are on -2 at this point. So Jamaica has to even hold on to a point out of these 2 games to keep themselves steady if they can get the shift steady. So Pastor, based on what you saw, remember we have the games, let me tell you where the games coming so you can know. Alright, so the games this one finished the 29th of October, it finishes, or in my time, and then after that we have in November. You think that this will be resolved over that time? And how much I think we can gain out of these 2 next matches? Are these 4 matches in total? I think we can. How much I think we can gain? I think the issue can resolve over that time. Those are the 2 questions.
I said it earlier today, JD. I believe the issue can be resolved, and if it were in any way possible to get the girls here for the second leg, not this first match tomorrow, they would have turned up. But for the issue to be resolved, the JFF needs to accept responsibility for their ineptness and their poor financial management and poor people skills for it to be resolved. Because the only thing you can fault the girls for is that Mr. Speed spoke about what they have signed off on, that there must be 3 letters, 1 from each zone, Jamaica, United States, and Europe, and the girls only wrote 1. That's the only thing the ladies did wrong. You can fault them for. Nothing else you can say they did wrong. So for this to be resolved, the JFF need to say, okay, we were wrong, and let us decide on the way forward. It can be solved in less than 1 hour. Will it be solved?
Okay.
Is an altogether different matter. Because if the JFF refuse to do this and continue to try to paint a bad picture of the girls, this can stretch on into never land till we get banned.
All right.
I have every confidence in the girls that if they are treated fairly, they love Jamaica enough, they have sacrificed enough. The last interview I saw, I think it was Chantel doing, she spoke, you could hear it in her voice that they were not treated as well, they were not given the best opportunities for them to perform at their best, but they went out there and left it all on the field just the same. I believe, and I have every confidence in the girls, that they will turn up if the JFF do the right thing for once in their life.
Okay. All right. So how you look at it, you're analyzing the teams. You think, I think for the Panama game, I think it might just come a little bit too fast for me, because the lack of preparation definitely will cause some problems there, That's what I think. And maybe the Guatemala game will be a better. It will be a bit better showing because it will be on Jamaica's patch. But maybe we still might not get it together. So I think we're going to struggle to get a point out of this game, out of these 2 games, based off what I'm assessing.
I can go in a dog fight and scrap and get a point, but JD, I cannot point to where the point will come from. I don't see it. And that's the reality. Too many things are not in our favor for any sensible person to predict, say, all right, we will draw this game. May I hope they can scrap it out. And if they can survive in incrementally, let's say, all right, we don't concede no goal in the first 10 minutes. Catch your second wind. We don't concede no goal in the first 25 minutes. Good. We survive to halftime. We just keep a dogfight. Maybe then some confidence will come in and all of this problem from every side will be minimized sufficiently for them to scrap and get something out of it. But the truth is, analytically, critically, me not see where it come from. Me just my team and any 11 them put on the field, all when me know say them not up to the standard, they have me 150% support. And I just decide there. They are plan for the worst and hope for the best. Me not know if we can get that even 1 point out of the 6.
Okay, so you
Me
don't
not
think
see
so?
where we can get it from. Me not see it, JD. Not under this climate.
Okay. Let me know if anyone do see it as well. So based off that, big up yourself, Drew Ross, massive respect. So based off that, then, if you don't see it, would you call the girls them for the next set of legs then? Because the next set of legs would be tight, because if you lose both of them, both of them would be on 6 points. So what would be your approach? What would be your approach then? Would you call the girls them, or you would just work with who you have right there? Would you just work with who you have there?
Call the girls for the second leg. I would call the girls for the second leg in Jamaica. And this is, you ask me what would I do. I would call the girls for the second leg in Jamaica. So on the 3 points me a risk. But if me lose all 6 points, I will call the girls with sufficient time to make them know say you have to win these 2 games by no less than 4 goals apiece.
Yeah.
To stand any semblance of a chance. Because that's what the mathematics are going to come down to. They have to go whip whoever them play against in the second leg, in the next window, by at least 4 goals. Anything short of that, Jamaica not going away.
Yeah.
And having said that, none of this can be put at the feet of the girls. JFF must take full responsibility for Jamaica not qualifying for the Gold Cup.
And let me make sure to put this right here. So if you don't see it, so because what we're doing now, we are looking at further things, we are looking at further things to determine if it does not work and you don't see them, we can't cuss. So if you think it's not good enough, you would still bring them in to make sure you can save the ranking, because it will hurt the ranking as well.
Yeah. Yes. Jerry, you see, I'm going to use the figures. I'm going to use the figures to back this up. All of JFF problem, and I'm just using the 600,000, even though you said it might not even be 600,000. I'm just using that. The difference that they're fighting about, is the difference between 1.44 million and 0.84 million.
Yeah.
Because if they have to pay the 20% on the 1.8, is 360, no matter where you minus it from. But if you minus 360 from 1.8, you get 1.44. If you minus 360 from 1.2, you get 8.4. You understand me? You get 0.84 rather. So that is JFF problem. They are looking at their bottom line and expecting that the girls should foot another bill for them. When do you grow up and pay your own way? When? If you tell the girls that when you get your allocation from FIFA, you're going to pay them, you cannot not pay them, because you're going to have to defer to the next allocation. No matter how, you have to cycle these things. Everybody in the world where the administration deal with payment plans and these things. Why the JFF can't get it right? With how many accountants? I think they hear Jason quote this morning say I must have 7 accountants there, JFF. You don't need more than 1 competent accountant. What the hell you do with 7 accountants? So because they never have enough money now, JD, because they might work with 840,000 rather than 1.44 million. You know, because them not gonna have enough money to do what them feel so they want to know. That is why they want to reduce the $360,000 to pay the girls.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do that. There's nowhere in the world where you do that. The most valuable resource to any entity is human resource. And the JFF keeps damaging the human resource. The biggest human resource we they have are the players, and are the players them are kill.
All right.
The management structure of the JFF to the female football program is not as important as Sidela Mali. But as Sidela Mali them are kill. Anybody that look at the current JFF structure and say JFF don't like woman is within their right to do it.
Wait, Pastor, based off how me look on it. Based off how me look on it, Pastor. I think it have a lot to do with it. I just believe that this new administration are not new, because I don't want to seem like I'm picking a side. Because I when I listen to Mr. Man, they Pastor, don't talk for me, please. Don't talk for me. Make me talk. Don't talk for me. Yes, I'm gonna come to Dre. Yes, it's called Old County Egg for real. But Pastor won't talk for me, you know. Listen to me. The administration that is present now and the one that is running. People tried to convince me the other day to say that the man sound different. But when I went there, I can tell you, he never sell the xenophobic behavior, but he never sounded like any what you would call it, any person that has completely reformed. So I've listened to him, and I have a lot of questions to ask, you know, because we have to talk about that dude, you know. All right, because it looks like once he can come and put you up and happy up with people would be happy with him. You understand me? And I don't want to change. I don't want to change the I don't want to change the conversation. All right. Yes. So
you see the next show when you're dealing with it.
Pastor Jesus Christ, Pastor, I can't talk. You know what I'm talk. You know what I'm talk.
No, I'm just saying. You say you can't change the conversation. So all I'm saying is that the next show when you're dealing with it, I'm going to carry some facts about some members of his team for the next show when you're dealing with it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I went there and listened to it, and I can tell you, two persons said I should have listened to it, and then I can come back with my take. Fair enough. He listened. It looks like he learned that he should not utter certain things in out there. So it would help you. It would help you. But that don't mean the man change. So for people, like all what we want is just to hear people say we change. That's all that we want, you know, to make people hear so we change. So a man can just come and just say different. I wanna believe him. You wanna give him that time. To say, let me see how him walk the road. No, we can just put him in instant. And that is one of the biggest problem we do have. Because I've listened to that man, and him just change him wording. He mean the same damn thing. So Cranky and what's his name again? Kyle, Cranky and Kyle. Him sound different because he was taught to say different things because they know what they're trying to win. But based off that now, when you look at the man, him dead for a billion years. So really and truly, yes, the vice president cannot do the same thing as the president. That is true. That is definitely true. But you can't tell me that you have not figured out things in 20 odd years or 30 odd years that could have implemented some level changes that we could say you are the one. Because that's what I would like to ask him, you know, what changes you have implemented there, so we can check off those, or what changes you are massively in on. You must can bring something to the president and the presidents, and then they could have implemented that, and then you could have judged him off that. So that is one of the questions that people need to ask him. What act you have implemented at any point? What act have you implemented at any point? Let me know, so I can judge you off that. But he seems to not give you any clear answer as to what he has done. You know, he might try to tell us that him was just like the person that was the send out boy and stuff. So how you get the job if you never do anything? Okay, see the 37 and 37 that, all right? So 37, not 27. No, I've never, no, I'm just saying you did for a billion, you're 27, whatever, 37. But you seems to just like you're just a happy go lucky. You know, like the modern day style of what we sell in as image in Jamaica. That's what me think I go on. The modern day style as image that we sell in Jamaica. That's what me think I go on, people. That's exactly what me think I go on. Him just come and I tell people what we want to hear, and then we vote him in. That's what we think. But if you look at it realistically, you're going to be saying, what has this man done over the 37 years, as to what people corrected me on. All right, and then use that as a track record. Pastor, what you have to say, 37 years, and you can't pinpoint something what you have done or contributed to this system? Really? And then you should believe me, I should believe you that you can just come in and get things changed?
To answer you, speaking from my experience, again, working as the supervisor, not as a manager, the supervisor for a branch of the PC Bank in St. Elizabeth. I don't go to funerals on Saturdays because of my religious or biblical conviction. There were 3 other Adventists in the system before me who didn't see a problem with going to the funeral of our chairman that passed away. The reason the funeral was being held on the Saturday was because they said, and this is what they said, now I'm quoting, that's the only day PJ Patterson was available to go. And I said, me, only responsible to God, not even the Prime Minister. Would you believe this, JD? Because of that stance that I took, the family of the late Errol Cowan took the decision that his funeral cannot be on a Saturday, even though the Moravian Church of Jamaica wanted to do the funeral on the Saturday because they don't want to do it on the Sunday. The family said if they had to take it from under, this is a Moravian organist and deacon, but because they know that there are those of us who are going to take that stand, we're not going to no funeral. And this have nothing to do with no respect or disrespect to the Cowan's family. But Mrs. Cowan, the wife of Errol Cowan, ensured that they knew that there are persons who have decisions that they have made as it relates to certain actions be taken. If I am anywhere for 37 years and you cannot find something significant, JD, to speak to as of my contribution, I should be imprisoned.
37 years.
I should go to prison. Every per diem where you collect for 37 years should be handed back. You're a thief. Collecting money under false pretense.
Pastor, relax. You can talk with other words, because I've heard that he was always one of the person that's all over the place, you know. So I remember that is a skill as well. That is a skill as well, Pastor.
I can use other words. The practice of misappropriating or embezzling is illegal. It is a criminal act.
Yeah. But as I'm saying, I agree with you, but not at that extent. Over thief and them stuff there. I can't prove that him that
Alright,
steal
Eric, I
anything.
will try the word thief, the embezzler,
All
or the
right, the best.
misappropriator.
All right, so let me just focus. Let me focus on the football. We try to chop up the rest of the results, and because we can't disrespect
Yes.
the Manning Cup like that, because the Manning Cup do them thing. All right, yes. So
You want to
tip.
put it off in 2 day, and I'll help you with the fight.
All right. So let me just go through it. So we have Zone B, because I've heard something from a man. A man said something in the people. A man said something the last time, and believe me, him now go get away with this. So make a lag it. When him say it. All right. So Jamaica College on 9 wins and 1 loss. All right, I think that was deducted from the field, the situation for Jamaica College. If you're keeping up with everything. All right. Tivoli on 22 points after 10 played. Kingston Technical on yeah, wow, Kingston Technical took third spot. Spanish Town after 9 played and 5 apiece played right here. I don't understand what's up. Because how can others play 10? So I think some updates is wrong right there. All right. So Jamaica College won it, and then Iri Selassie won Zone C. All right. Jonathan Grant came second, and Eltham came third. All right. Yes. And then Stats slap up Excelsior, and they are on 24 points now with 30 here. So Stats proven that they were the better game. Better team, better game, period. All right.
What?
Bridgeport.
What's that win-loss ratio for them to be on 24 points?
No, Excelsior on 24 points. Don't bright yourself. I never said Stats on 24 points. I said Excelsior on 24 points. They get battered by Stats twice.
Stats won the zone.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I
We are
did
on
not hear you
30
correctly. Give me
points.
how much points.
We are on
Okay.
30
Oh, so they
points.
played about 10 games. Okay.
We are on 30 points. All right.
100% win streak. Wow.
Yes, 100%. All right,
Wow.
100% stats is on people. Beat up
Wow.
Excelsior. All right. Yes. So hold on, Pastor. Let me talk. All right. Stop trying. Every time I'm talking about my team, you guys keep on coming in. All right. So now Zone E, Mona played 8 games. Mona played 8 games. So I think their group is full. Mona played 8 games. All right. So it seems like second round starts. So I don't understand how they work out this. So Mona played 8 games, and Mona played. Yes. So Saint Catherine got defeated by Mona twice. All right. They won the next leg as well. So Mona on 24, and Mr. Butler said that he wants to win the Manning Cup, All right. Yes. So Mr. Butler back in the news. All right. So we are gonna log this down here. So you see when time. Not saying them can't win, but you see when time. If them no win, let me put it. If they don't win, I don't want to hear the excuse a Manning Cup a garbage, a Manning Cup not good, and all them story there, because me make sure to tell you guys to click that video. All right. Yes. So based on what you saw from Mona, you think that Mona will be winning the Manning Cup? Let me know, people. Are they playing the revolutionary ball game to win the Manning Cup? Let me know. Or you think it's Stats? Stats are JC the favorites, or even
The task can include me.
yes, yeah, we are including you.
Okay.
Or
Well, Mona was
no,
not
no.
in my top 5,
Let me put KC in it as well. KC has to go in it. Yeah, that's important. For
He's in
KC
my
to
top 5. Mona is not.
all right. Yes.
So Mona can pleasantly surprise me, but they were not in my top 5, and I have not.
All right.
Where is my book? Let me get my book so I can write. I can look for when I did write and write in some more things. Oh, my
Oh,
book.
why people talk about Arsenal? Arsenal are lead 1-0 after 53 minutes. Which Nitro, why are you guys operating like that?
Against Manchester United against Copenhagen or whatever.
Yes, Manchester
Why?
United has been company, yeah.
Arsenal?
PSV leading Lens 1-0 as well. So Arsenal just leading 1-0 after 53 minutes. Oh, they just score again as me talk. Oh Lord. Oh, maybe it's not updated. Maybe it's not updated. Maybe it's a fluke. Oh, it's not a fluke. Oh God. Oh, the Arsenal man will come and put themselves now. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. So yes, but we have to talk. We have to talk about the game. Oh, see there, they only come and comment when them feel like them have an angle. You know, them feel like them have an angle. Yes, yes. My issue is that the xenophobic members are still on his team, but we need to see the back of this JFF team. Well, Rich Ty, you better pick one here. You have to just pick one and work with what you can use it. So, if you feel like this is not the right one, no problem. All right? Yes. So and then St. George's. We don't count George's in it as well in the pasta. George's in it and the Woolmans.
This was in the top 5.
Yeah,
So they must be in it.
Woolmans at first I was hyping up Woolmans, but I am not hyping them up so much again. Because it's because of Jay anyway, they always hype up Harborview and Woolmans for no reason. Yes, but Woolmans is okay, but they are not in the top 3. I think Mona might be in the 4th spot of teams to win it, but I want to say Stats and JC leading the way based on their performance, and we can't count out KC because KC bounced back strong. All right, yes. So give me your teams, and I just said staying with JFF. Carvel was Stuart worse than Donald Trump. All right, all right. Yes, Pastor, give your amount now because we are running out of time, you know. All right, we have to go over to the Dacosta
My teams were George's, St. George's, and Kingston College, and Stats, and me I look for my book for finding. I'm not finding Stats and the side where something they used to coach a man from Arnett Gardens used to coach a Charlie Smith.
Charlie Smith is not my favorite, brother. Charlie Smith is struggling. Is struggling.
I am JD. I had given my top 5. That's what. Isn't that what you said? I said Mona was not in my top 5. I had gone with Charlie Smith because of the coach who was also a part of the Jamaica coaching program from Arnett Gardens. I always can't remember his name. A Charlie Smith I know Charlie Smith in coach. I never Charlie Smith.
Okay, no, okay. Mirak said the ranking shows Stats first, big side, JC second, then Mona third, and then Georges and KC after. I think that Mona over Georges. I am not that Mona over Georges, people. Good Lord, that Mona over Georges. I am not so sold on it, you know. That Mona over Georges, you know, but it's okay, it's okay. Mona is in 3rd or 4th, you know, and I am going to watch Casey a few more times to decide how it really goes. But Mona over Mona 3rd, 4th, all right.
A question for you. I have a question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm trying to remember the coach's name. That coach Arnett Gardens is a thick, dark man. Him then did fire when him and Whitmore did a coach together.
Yeah, Jerome Waite.
The high school that Jerome Waite used to coach was the school I had in.
Okay. But guys, let me know. Jerome Waite. I never Woolmans. Jerome Waite a coach.
No, it wasn't Woolmans. I saw me here where the coach did carry away.
Pastor, fix your words. Fix your words. Fix your words, Pastor. All right, fix your words. All right, fix your words.
No,
because Mr. Dre is saying you're talking about tick. You understand? So fix your words, Pastor. Fix your words. All right?
Okay, yes. A muscular built man. Jerome Waite. I'm not Charlie Smith in coach, man.
All right, so all right, let me move on to the next one because we want to finish this thing. All right, yes.
So that's the team that is missing out on my 5. Go ahead.
All right, Jerome is at Woolmers. So you see, Pastor, you just kill me and at the same place Monday.
He's at Wolmer's now. He wasn't coaching Wolmer's. I know
You know,
Wolmer's in the coach.
from when me see that man in a Wilmer's in there, brother, so me don't know what to tell you. Me don't know what to tell you, big man. So it look at you. Sean Sutherland says, big up my school. Would be the first if we can win. All right. Yes. I'm just saying. I think Mona is between third and fourth. I don't think they're at first.
Between
You know?
6 and 7. They're surprising.
Jerome Waite is at Wilmer's. Yes, Pastor. So you get it wrong. All right. Yes. Let me move on to your other schools.
Where he's at now. And at the school he did a coach 5 years ago.
All right. So Pastor, I can't go back 5 years ago. I can't go back 5 years.
All right.
ago.
I accept that. But yeah.
All right. Anybody mentioned the fact that Wes Arden scored today yet? Grim, no. Jerus, we are gonna put that in the add up maybe at the end. Remember, we have the series that we are making up profiles to put out. You know, making up profiles to put out.
Jamaica defender them a score whole heap of goal and they foul. Hey.
Yes. So don't worry yourself, man. When we're ready back for Reggae Boys, we're gonna do a Reggae Boys, man. I care. We keep on inventing new things. People say them like it yesterday. So we're gonna do it as a weekly thing. Yes. So we will be back, man. Jairus putting out information. Don't worry yourself. So let me go through some of the schools because we had picked a few teams that we think would have done well. All right. So let me give them their credit. All right. So we have most of the games and finishes in this group. 10 games played. Cornwall College. Cornwall College, 26 points. So they did get a few draws in this one. So they are Cornwall College. They are still CC, you know, but CC is a little bit more clinical. All right, Irwin.
No, CC is a brand name. You can't send it over Montego Bay. Clarendon that day.
I hope Mr. Hutchinson sort out in personal issues them. Alright. Wait was at Charlie Smith and now at Wilmer's. He was at Charlie Smith, Pastor.
Oh, so the Charlie Smith. Yeah, Charlie Smith me I thought then.
I told you. Alright, so Irwin and Clarendon College with St. James in the third spot, and Maldon, Greenpan and Spot Valley finished off the bottom. So Cornwall College, we should expect something from them. Let me know.
Traditionally they are a strong school, you know. In D Cup, traditionally Cornwall College is a strong team in D Cup.
All right, and then you have Rossies, Frome. Rossies end up on 20 points. Frome end up on 19. All right, yes. So that is a tough battle. Then Green Island came in the third spot. Merlin Atty and Cambridge in the fifth spot. The games always all over the place, them guys. Cedric Titus ended up top in the group just the same. Damn. Yarcastle drop off big time. So Ocherias took second spot. Yarcastle took third spot. William Nib dropped down to fourth. Wow. So William Nib started poor, then got hot, and then fall out back again. Damn.
Then have the energy, boy. Them look too much yellow William Nib.
Wow. Boys don't. So these should be the two normal qualifyee, and then obviously best third places and stuff will come through, I think. Yes, and then Mannings and Black River qualified out of this one. Wow, these are some shocking numbers, Pastor. All right, Stets came on 24. BB Cook second spot. Monroe College and Magati 19 and 14 points. So this group was a good group. Wow. So BB Cook come smash up again. Yes, BB Cook come change up some things, guys. And then we have Manchester, Bel Air, Decaturate and Mayday All right, so this is the next group again. Yes, so the two, Manchester. Manchester finished on 30 points, 10 of 10. Yeah, they were good last year, you know. They had some, I think one of their strikers just finishing problems, and I thought that he would have gotten better. So, Manchester, a team to watch out for. We always talk about a team. Yeah, but I have to give it, Mirak, I have to give the what took place. Remember, we never got that any chances to cover it, you know. All right. Mile Gully, Christiana, Belfield, all right, and then we have Clarendon College. Clarendon College 8 games, 8 wins, 46 goal difference. I still believe that they are the best looking teams. Jamaican Guna, big up yourself, massive respect. Yeah man, yeah man. I know that it started. Remember, I watched videos, you know, to keep up with what's going on in it. But sometimes because we are doing other contents, we try to make sure we chop it up that way. All right. Yeah. Manchester only can bully teams in the first round. Ronaldo, oh my God. All right. He might carry feelings, you know. He's carrying, maybe he,
Him have a love,
Ronaldo,
him
let
have
me
a
know
love
your
British
school.
team, you know.
Let me know your school. All right. Because if your school are one of the teams that them beat up, you can't say much. Edwin Allen,
And that's Bex.
Edwin Allen came in after. All right. And then we have Anatobe, Tapa Group with Taki. All right, nice. And Dintil, and McGrath came first and second. Paul Bogle and Morant B. All right, Glenmuir and Central. Yes, Central was an next good team as well. And they picked up and came in because they had 2 losses at the start, and they came in second. Huh? Glenmuir finished at the top, man. Glenmuir finished at the top. So they are expected. Garvey Masia. I support Cornwall College, not Clarendon College. Okay, thank you, Ronald Rankin. All right. Garvey Masia. So Garvey Masia comes first again, people. So we can't, but they did well last year, you know. They did well last year, you know, and then got pushed out very early. No, they never did well. No, they did well in the first round, man, and got a game. Yeah, man, they did well in the first round last year, and then got knocked out. That's how they finished at the bottom of the group. Yes, that's how it went. They did well in the first round, and we said, all right, Garvey must say a big bad my boy coming through. You know, we expect him to do something good, and boy, oh boy, in the second round it was not good.
Yeah.
So let me know if you think it's going to be the same thing this year for Garvey Masia. Let me know.
That's my top 5.
All right, and Veer coming second. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna just move through some of the like tomorrow we're gonna categorize it and then move through the results for you. All right, yeah, man. So because I had just a shorter program in it, but I wanted to just make sure we go through everything. All right, so we done with the first rounds, so we will be talking about the second rounds as of maybe. Not tomorrow, because tomorrow the game will be coming on. So around Friday we will start with that. All right, yeah, man. Around Friday we'll start with that. People. All right. So, Pastor, you have any final statement to everything? And people, if you just come in, let me check the likes or not deal with the likes. All right. And yeah. Go ahead, Pastor. Oh, we have not even hit 100. What? We never hit 100 likes? Because we not bother people for likes. Okay, cool. We have learned today. Hit the likes, people. Get past the 100 and go up to the 200 just the same. Big bad show.
As it relates to the Manning and Dacosta Cup, I think that most of the schools that were being hyped up or being put forward have done well enough to remain in consideration and contention. My out of my top 5 Manning Cup teams is only Charlie Simit that would not be doing anything of worth. All of my top 5 teams for the D Cup has been doing well enough. So yeah, I think it's a good look that a lot of people are still relevant as it relates to the schools, not just the schools that they support, but that the schools they see to be doing something worth commending. All the schools need commendation, but I mean in terms of winning competitions. So that would be my final word on the cup. So with interesting times ahead when the big boys start knocking heads. As it relates to the JFF thing,
Mm-hmm. Pause. Let's close, close. Pause that, close.
as it relates to the
Boy, you're
JFF,
closing up
JD,
the lever in again.
I've said it every which way I think I can say it. This thing can be settled in 1 hour or less.
Mm-hmm.
It can also take a next lifetime for it to be settled. It all depends on what the JFF decides to do. If it were in my purview to do it, I would have booked tickets for all the girls available from the World Cup squad to be in Jamaica for the assignment there.
Mm-hmm.
Barring the possibility of that, I would contact them from now to prepare themselves mentally to beat the opposition by no less than 4 goals. Because not only do we need 6 points, we need to have a goal difference of maybe 10 to be considered going to the Gold Cup. So I would, for those persons who we can call them names, Speed, Chung, Ricketts, Simpson, and those persons, yeah, think gonna head out on a proverbial dot whatever and do the right thing. Be an adult for once in our life. Grow up, accept on a responsibility. You had good intention, but you had bad practice. And because you have a long history of bad practice, it goes against you.
All right. Thank you very much,
Don't
Pastor.
allow the difference of $120,000 to crash the entire program. Have a good day, everybody in the chat. Thanks for making 200 likes on
No,
the
we
video.
are
So
not in
JD will
200
wake
likes.
up
I think
tomorrow.
100 on this. There will it's 100 when we are done. All right, because
Yeah.
people say they never know, so we're streaming. But we have to do what when we say we're coming back. We just do what we have to do. We don't really care about whatever the situation is. So whenever you come, you will get information just the same. It will be there. Yes, and the good thing we followed up and showcase that when we say something and we stand by facts, we tend to not go off it. So that is the good thing. And we have given some information as to what's going on in Panama and see that the girls have some challenges and then we pass through our schoolboy football. So we will continue. So big up people, and as what we said, yes,
Just a big the coach down in Panama. No. No, JD, you see,
Jesus Christ.
because we beat
Pastor,
him so much in
but
but
Pastor,
just
me
big
never
up the
say big
coach
up him,
down
and
in
how
Panama.
much time you gonna say people take care. Bye bye. Jesus Christ, man.